Good afternoon and welcome to the DCBL Stadium here in Widnes for this all-important round 13 championship clash between the Widnes Vikings and the Halifax Panthers. Always a bogey ground for Halifax in the distant and not too distant past. And Kyle Eastman and his men hoping to put the losing rot behind us and get back to winning ways and get climbing up that table. Let's go through the teams. First and foremost, the Panthers, where Kyle Eastman has run the changes throughout. A very different looking starting 17. A fullback, David Nofaluma, wears 23. Ben Tibbs wears 2, and James Saltonstall returns, wears 5. Charlie Graham at 3 in the centre, along with try scorer Oldham, Alfie Johnson wearing 21. James Wood-Bernal wears 6 and Jack Hansen wears 7. Being that Louis Jouffre completely misses out today. In the pack, Brandon Douglas makes a very welcome return wearing 8. Alongside Will Calcott wearing 17 and Tom Inman, back a hooker at 14. Owen McCarron and Adam Tangata continue their great form in the back row, 11 and 12. And Maxime Job, promoted to the starting 13, locks up the scrum wearing 22. On the bench of backs, 9 Adam O'Brien and 13 Jacob Fairbank. Well, that's some experience. The 2 youngsters brought in this week by Carl Eaton, 33 20-year-old Saints prospect Leon Cowan, and number 34 19-year-old Nolan Tapia both brought in on a season-long loan from Warrington, with Brad Graham wearing 20 as the 18th man. As the atmosphere gets going, Metallica playing in the background, Enter Sandman being played. Hopefully it's not Halifax that are going to sleep today. Let's go through the Widnes side as we wait. A couple of familiar faces straight away. The fullback number 33, Jake Mason. We made a try-scoring return to British Rugby League. Last time Widnes played over at Bradford. 27 AJ Taus on loan from Lee. 17 Max Roberts, 4 Joe Edge in the centre. And the ever dangerous 29 Rhys Williams on the other wing. Jack Owens 1, 7 Tom Gilmore, the halfbacks. Always difficult prospect for Halifax. Let's hope that's different today. Obviously Tommy Gilmore, an ex-Halifax player, alongside number 8 Dan Murray, an ex-Halifax player, 9 Jordan Johnson, and 15 Liam Bent, 11 Rodri Lloyd, 31 Adam Lawton, fresh on loan from Oldham, and 18 Nick Gregson. Now this music is getting very loud. On the bench to Widnes, 13 Morgan McWhirter, 14 another massive danger man, Matty Pozzard, 20 Lewis Hall, and 21 another ex-Halifax man, Gavin Benyon, with 5 Matt Bull, my bonus here, 18th man for Alan Coleman. I hope you can hear me. These speakers, that's absolutely deafening. As both sides come out onto the field. The man in the middle today, in yellow, referee Scott Miklauskas. Although that does not look like Scott Miklauskas to me, that referee. The team sheet says Scott Miklauskas, but that referee definitely isn't. Anyway. Kick off. And it'll be the Vikings to kick off, wearing the anniversary shirt of all black with red diagonal stripe, and Halifax in their beautiful blue and white hoops. Such an important game for both sides. Halifax, like I said, bogey ground the last few years as Gilmore gets us underway. Long, deep kick-off, Hanson underneath, collects. Hands on to Calcott, running off the back fence. Dealt with well by the Widnes defence for Calcott. Strong in the tackle. Here's Douglas, first touch. That's been forced from the field against Toulouse. Inman finds Woodburn Hall. Goes to an edge on Tangatawa, steps back on the inside, but Murray does well. Down low as Owens up top. Fighting for a quick play of the ball, Inman. Goes blind, Woodburn Hall, he's got options left and right. Johnson comes back on the inside, but it's a clattering tackle from his opposite number, Max Roberts. Here's Woodburn Hall again, short ball to Job. And Job takes 3 men to put him down, just shy of halfway. Last one for the Panthers. Inman finds it to Hanson. Hanson puts it high towards the corner. Williams comes in field to collect, which he does on the full. Today's options, but gets brought down by McCarron and Graham, 22 metres out from his own line. Widnes fans wanting a penalty, nothing forthcoming. Big collision there on Joe Edge from Douglas and Inman. Slowing down the play of the ball too. Here's 27, remember that name? AJ Taus on loan from Lee. Well dealt with by McCarron. Gregson, short ball to Murray. Good tackle down low by Tagatara, top by Woodburn Hall. That's good defence. Just shy of the 40 metre line. Johnston finds Mason in midfield, but Mason pushed backwards. Great defence there. Douglas, Calcott and Inman involved. Last one for Widnes. Behind the 40 metre line, and Owens will just put it high and long. And Nofaluma takes it on the full. Great defensive win there for Halifax as Nofaluma gets brought down 15 metres shy of halfway. Here's Tibbs on centre field, takes on Lloyd and Owens. Rides the challenge well. 5 metres before the halfway line. Inman goes blind again. Saltonstall off his wing. Comes back on the angle, take the Panthers inside the Widnes half for the first time this game. Fight for a quick play of the ball. Inman finds Woodburn Hall, runs across field. Options as Calcott nearly makes the break. Ankle tap by Owens, finished off by Bent. Here's Douglas, will take Halifax inside the 20. Centre field, last one for Fax. Options left and right, they can go right to Hanson. Hanson dinks it toward the corner, looking for the chase of Tibbs. Tibbs rises, but it goes dead, and that's going to be a 20 metre tap. And a 7 tackle set. But early warning signs there for Widnes as Halifax made some really good yards upfield. As Mason steals a quick 10 metres from the 20 metre tap. Good collision there from Woodburn Hall. Great shot there, helped out by Johnson. On Max Roberts there. Here's Lloyd. Again, decent defence from the Panthers so far. Woodburn Hall and Tangata involved once more. Owens shifts it on. Gilmore, loose ball. McCarron picks it up. Oh, the referee's a rule. It was McCarron that got his hand to the ball. Unlucky, might be one of those where he went with the hand to make the tackle, but Gilmore passed it against his hand. But again, just showing how well Halifax has started in defence so far. Still 0-0 as we're coming up towards the 4th minute. Scrum on the 40 metre centre field as Johnson goes left to edge. Well marshalled though by Graham and McCarron. 5 metres shy of halfway. And comes in field. Big figure of Adam Lawton. Back in Widnes colours against the offload away to Mason. Important tackle down low from Hanson. That's got the Widnes fans fired up. Here's Owens. Short ball to Lloyd. Tries to go on the outside shoulder, but good tackle there from Johnson. Roberts to Owens. Owens at the line. Short ball to Murray. Great, an important tackle there from McCarron. From Douglas, sorry. Here's Owens at the line. Short ball to Lloyd. Wrapped up well by Johnson. Reinforcements arrive by Woodburn Hall. Last one for Widnes, less than 5 out. Johnson goes from dummy half. Well tackle there by Woodburn Hall, but not a bad place for Widnes to turn the ball over. And the challenge Halifax come from deep out. Murray was quite high there. Referee not seeing it as Charlie Graham looks to try and make some yards. But it's put down 15 metres out for his own line. Inman shimmies from dummy half, finds Tangatar. Tangatar makes some nice yards. Put down by Murray and Owens though. Inman brings on Job. Job makes some decent yard up towards the 40. Inman looking for dummy half for the 40-20, but he said handed to Hanson, kicks behind the 40. It's a lovely bounce, but Mason's there to collect. But look at that chase. A blue and white wall in front of him. Brilliant chase, and Tom Inman leading there. Brilliant defence from Halifax. Can they maintain it? Can it be squeaky clean? As Adam Tangatar with a brilliant ball and all tackle on AJ Taus. Owens from dummy half. Goes a bit more route one. Steals a few yards for Widnes. Good tackle there for Woodburn Hall. As Roberts goes infield, looking for ground and finds it. Brought down by Calcott and Inman. Gregson just takes it straight up. We'll find the halfway line for the Vikings. Last one. For the onside, Johnston finds Gilmore. Gilmore puts it high, centre field. No real pressure on Nofaluma, who collects on the full. Will look to try and make a counter-attack. He passes on to Saltonstall. Steps, goes through the gap, but the Widnes defence hold on. And again, they go blind. Johnson comes back on the inside, but good tackle there from Gregson and Murray. Your typical arm wrestler. Saltonstall to go between the two of Gregson and Murray. Decent yards here for Halifax coming out of territory. Inman brings on Douglas now and he trundles the ball up to 5 metres shy of halfway. This is decent so far for the Panthers. Inman goes blind, finds Woodburn Hall. Woodburn double pump. Tangatar comes back on the angle, back on the inside. Great yards here for Halifax. Last one, 30 metres out from the Widnes line. Goes back to Hanson again, kicking towards Williams' wing. Looking for Tibbs to chase, but he stays there and tackles Williams. And he takes the ball alongside Charlie Graham. And so far, so good for Halifax as Roberts only finds Brandon Douglas waiting for him. Brilliant ball and all tackle there. And again, Halifax looking to put pressure on through the defence as Taus. Brought down by Calcott and Douglas. They're just going to stay off on side here of Halifax. Johnston finds Williams again. Put down by 3 fast defenders. Hanson, Graham and McCarran. 25 metres out from their own line. Gilmore runs side field. Find out about Owens. Mason throw the dummy. Tries to beat Woodburn Hall, which he does. And Jim Mason's away. There's no real support for him. He goes back inside to Gilmore. And Gilmore kicks crossfield. But is he going to be too far? Is he going to go out of touch? It is. Danger signs for Halifax there. They should know all about the danger that Jake Mason posed as Alan Coleman on the sideline trying to rouse the home support. And Jake Mason power past some soft defence there from Woodburn Hall. And Gilmore's kicked just when it had touched before Williams could get to it. And Halifax survive. And this time it's Widnes putting pressure on Halifax coming out of territory. There's McCarran. Good yards after contact there from the second rower. Inman waits. Finds Nofaluma, steps before the line and again manages to get some decent yards after contact past the 30 metre line for the Panthers. Here's Calcott. Good yards again. Despite the attention of 3 Widnes defenders, Lloyd, Johnston and Murray. Inman ships out from dummy half, makes steal a few yards before he on to Douglas, who powers past the halfway. Last one for Fax. Inman directs operations at dummy half. Loose play the ball. The referee rules with 6 to 1 and a half does with the other. As Williams allowed to catch again, but As he stands, there's Tibbs and Graham waiting for him, who put him down just outside his own 20-metre area. As Roberts carries on for Widnes. Here's Owens, finds Lloyd. Lloyd takes on Woodburn Hall, brushes him off. Sorry, Taus, that is. Eventually it's brought down by Calcott as Widnes go blind again. Roberts sits back on the inside. Big collision there for Woodburn Hall. That's better. Alongside Tangata. Owens moving late, but Johnston ignores him. Johnston goes back on the inside. Finds Murray. Murray again with offload to Lloyd. Tries to step around Johnston, but brilliant tackle there. Important one there from Halifax Park. Last one as Owens has time to put a spiral bomb up. That's travelling everywhere. Brilliant take there from Ben Tibbs. That ball was going here, there and everywhere. Oh, that'll do him the world of good. Such a confidence player is Ben Tibbs. Here's Saltonstall. Fine for a quick play the ball. The ball comes... I thought the ball came loose then, but he kept hold of it as Graham will take Halifax towards halfway. Inman shoots at dummy half, goes blind to find McCarron, and that's decent yards. Nice, 15, 18 yards gain there for Fax. Down the blind side, McCarron. Here's Hansen, runs across the line, options. Finds Douglas, and Douglas will take Halifax towards 30 metres of the Widnes line. Last one goes to Hansen, and yet again goes towards Rhys Williams' wing. Will Tibbs, that's the challenge for this. He really jumps, so a great take there from Williams. Referee ruling illegally. And it's the first penalty of the game. After 12 minutes going to the Widnes Vikings. Unlucky there from Tibbs. Jumped a little bit too early for the ball and just ended up colliding with Williams. But Halifax, as they have done all season, picking a tactic, picking a wings kick, so not deviating from that. As Gilmore kicks a touch, and Widnes will start a set 15 metres shy of halfway. Gilmore spreads it wide to Owen, short ball to Murray. Murray takes on Tangata, but Tangata wraps him up well, puts him down. Quick play the ball though. Johnson takes advantage. Owens skips to the line, gets out of the clutches of Brandon Douglas, goes back for more, but this time wraps up well by Calcott and McCarron on halfway. Johnson goes left, short ball as Liam Bent gets put down by Inman. Johnson goes back infield to Gilmore, short ball to Murray, turns the tackle but well wrapped up there by Douglas. Sagatar helping out. Still tackles here for Widnes as Gregson finds Gilmore. Gilmore kicks a charge down and Hanson's away. Oh, the referee ruling a knock on. That looked like a charge down to me. Referee ruling there were two knock-ons. I'd love to see the replay of that again. The Widnes might just have got away with one there. And it's a great attacking position for him. Scrum, centre field, 30 metres out for the Halifax line. Gilmore feeds, Johnson comes back against the grain as Edge tries to get on the left edge. But well marshalled there by Hansen, and Tibbs coming off his wing. Gilmore, short ball to Gregson, who spins the tackle. He gets brought down, bent that was, sorry. Here's Gregson this time, takes to the line, short ball to Murray, but again, Tangata wraps him up, joined by Inman. The Vikings less than 10 out. Johnson on centre field. Gregson finds Gilmore, short ball to Lawton. Lawton throws a Hail Mary pass out of nowhere as Williams tries to skip the jump on that left hand side. We're well defended there by Tibbs. Gilmore finds Gregson. Murray uses as a screen, but Gregson knowing he has to go down, otherwise conceding the penalty. Last one from here for the Vikings. Owens takes to the line. Lloyd, brilliant shot there from Tangata. Brilliant last tackle defence there from Alan Tangata. As Johnson makes some decent yards out. Here's Nofaluma. Again, decent yards there for the fullback. Inman goes blind once more. Woodburn spotting opportunity. Good yards after contact. I'll take Halifax past their own 40-metre line. Slow play the ball. Inman goes centre field. Finds Job. Shows ball to Calcott, but takes up himself. He gets brought down. Just short of that halfway line. Inman waits. Short ball to Calcott. And Calcott does well. Last one. Hanson just over the halfway line. Puts it high again to Rhys Williams' wing. Again, no real challenge from Halifax, and they'll just catch him where he stands. We've seen it all season as Douglas shot out the line to tackle Joe Edge as Gilmore goes blind. Lawton goes to Williams. That looks a bit forward, but Williams keep going there. Brilliant tackle there from Ben Tibbs. It was. No, I think it might be McCarron. It's only McCarron who's getting the congratulations of his teammates there. Nice little blindside play from Tom Gilmore. Set off Williams. But brilliant defence there for the second rower. As Brandon Douglas makes way on for his debut, Leon Cowan on a season-long loan from nearby St Helens. As Saltonstall back to his trademark best, making yards going backwards. Eventually put down halfway. Scrappy play the ball. Referee ruling nothing. As Job takes the ball up. Cowan it is first from there. Lovely ball there from Inman. Brings Calcott nicely just outside the 20. And Halifax do get the first penalty of the game. Now, will they go for two or will they just carry on? Will they break this deadlock? Nope, they're going to go for it. Hanson kicks a touch, makes 15 metres. And Halifax with the first real look at this Widnes line. Hanson, short ball to Job. Turns the tackle. Gets the offload away to Inman, and Inman spins the tackle of Murray, but Murray puts him down. Less than 5 out. Option left and right here for Hanson. Goes all back to Woodburn Hall, double pump. Keeps the edge defence interested. Good play for Woodburn Hall, just takes his tackle. Inman goes centre field to Calcott. Further on to Hanson, grubbers it through. Looking for the chaser. Was it too early in a tackle count? No, it wasn't. Brilliant play from Edge. It was too early in a tackle count. As I said, first we look at the Widnes line. He only spent 3 tackles there. But can they suffocate the life out of this Widnes attack here? Good shot there from McCarron and concedes a penalty. So all of that for naught. It's good if it comes off, but wrong option there from Hanson. And it just gives Widnes the opportunity to get out of the danger area. The penalty takes him to the 35-metre mark. And they're spreading it wide early. It's amazing. Tries to take on Tagata on the outside, but gets brought down alongside Johnson. Here's Murray. Great shot there from Calcott. Finished off low down by Cowan. And Johnson goes blind. Here's Mason, short ball to Lloyd. And Lloyd well marshalled there by Woodburn Hall. As Widnes just inside the Halifax half. Owens, short ball to Murray. Good defence there from Calcott, Inman and Tangata down low. Widnes on the 40, scrappy play the ball, referee lets it go. Gilmore out the back to Owens, further on to Edge, but comes back on the inside. Good defence coming in yet again from McCarron, last one for Widnes. 30 metres out for the Halifax line. Gilmore puts it high, Nofaluma underneath, he just drops it cold. Cardinal sin. Not the fullback, not for the first time I've seen this year from Halifax fullback. We've seen it plenty of times from Dufresne, and now David Nofaluma has joined the club. It looked like he was just taking it too easy, Nofaluma. Because the Widnes defenders were coming and they did the job, he just dropped it absolutely cold. And Widnes had a great attacking opportunity to scrum 10 metres out, centre field. Johnston goes right to Gilmore, out the back to Owens, throw the dummy back on the inside, and it's too easy. And on the 20-minute mark, the deadlock finally broken, and it's come from an Halifax mistake. A very, very even game so far. Good, Halifax might have edged it, but it's Widnes who have the first score. Straight from the scrum, they worked it wide, and Jack Owens, as he did last season, scores far too easy a try against Halifax. Taking 4 points to nil with a kick to come. Catch up now, like There's Jacob Fairbank warming up on the side of the pitch. Preparing to be introduced by Kyle Eastman, who's down there barking instructions at him. There's Tom Gilmore with the opportunity to turn that 4 into 6. 10 metres in from touching this near side. 18 metres out, I think he's just sliced it to the near side, he has. So the score remains after 22 minutes. Widnes Vikings 4, Halifax Panthers 0.
It's
Maxime Job who's been replaced by Fairbank. As Alan Coleman, as he was last year, animates on the sideline, barking demands at both his players and the crowd, as Taus takes the kick-off and runs it up himself, stopped there by Cowan. Johnson finds Murray running wide, but well dealt with by McCarron and Hanson. Graham there for company. Johnson comes back in centre field. Gregson thought about the pass, but just takes it himself. Brought down by Fairbank, Tangatara and Inman, just outside of 30. Gilmore kicking in, looking for the 40-20. But Nofaluma goes through his hands, but he goes backwards. We'll try and counter-attack, goes past Owens. And that's a decent return there from the fullback. Oh, and he's knocked it on. Commentator's curse. What is it about the fullback position for Halifax in 2025? Just can't keep hold of the ball. Whether it's from bombs or simply being tackled and trying to play the ball. Absolute butterfingers at the fullback position. And again, gifted Widnes attacking opportunity. Scrum, 30 metres out centre field, they go blind. As Roberts tries to step inside, but the Halifax defence, the counter defence, brilliant, pushing back 5-6 yards there. Here's Lloyd, Does well to get out of the clutches of Calcott because it was a shocking pass from dummy half. Eventually put down by Inman. Johnson finds Gregson, short ball to Bent, and Bent twisting the tackle, were put down by 3 fast defenders. 25 metres out from the line. Here's Gregson, takes to the line, brilliant tackle there from Calcott, had to be. Widnes stacking it right again this time. Owens takes to the line, out the back to Gilmore, long ball, and James Saltonstall got his hands to the ball. Importantly so, because if he hadn't, it'd have been a walk in there for AJ Taus. But once more, it's another set of 6 on Halifax's line for Widnes. They play the ball 15 metres out, centre field. Well, it'll be match forward. It's going to be on the 10 metre line. Murray short to the ruck. Stopped by 3 fast defenders. Here's Owens, finds Gilmore. The back to Mason. Mason sets back on the inside, twists. Oh, he'd love to score a try against his former club, but he's stopped just short of the line. Here's Gilmore. Finds Gregson. Further out to Johnston. Here's Owens. Finds Roberts. Tries to go in between 2 fast defenders who push him back. Brilliant card defence there from Tangatawa and Johnston. Here's Owens again. Drops off Gregson. Good shot there from Tangatawa, but he keeps going as Gregson. He eventually stopped there by Cowan and Calcott. Owens out the back to Gilmore. Takes to the line. Loose ball. It's knock on there from Widnes. Sure, that's first knock on. And Halifax do get a little bit of luck. Well, let's praise the Halifax defence there, because they were tested both right and left. As Calcott makes way for his debut, Nolan Tapia. Saltonstall from the scrum on the Halifax 10 metre line, trying to make some yards up, but Widnes piling the bodies in. Inman tries to steal a few yards from dummy half, which he does, but well tackled there by Gregson. Here's Tibbs. Good defence there from Owens. As Halifax struggling to make any kind of yardage at their own danger area. Inman goes blind to Tangata, goes back on the angle, but well marshalled there by Owens and Murray. Inman finds Fairbank. Fairbank does well from a bit of a poor pass. Last one for Halifax. 5 metres shy of halfway. Goes to Woodburn Hall. And Halifax change the point of kicking there. Blimey. And AJ Taus collects it comfortably enough, but it's a decent chase there as Tangata putting himself about. A brilliant tackle there from Inman and McCarron. Here's Williams as Widnes making decent yards out of territory here. Johnson comes back into midfield. Bent spins the tackle once more, but McCarron does well. Here's Gregson, pops it off for Morgan McWhirter. Last one for Widnes. 10 metres inside the Halifax half. Goes back to Owens. No pressure on him whatsoever. Just puts his kick in. Here's Nofaluma. Collects it. Decent chase for the Widnes defence. And Nofaluma will play the ball on his own 10 metre line. Here's Tibbs. Not bad yards there. Can he get a quick play of the ball? He can. Inman. Short ball to Saltonstall. Widnes fans calling for forward, not for the first time. And again, the referee ignores it because it wasn't. Here's Hansen. Short ball to Tapia. He'll play the ball on his own 40-metre line. Inman finds McCarron, big shot there coming in from McWhirter. Last one for Halifax, just shy of the halfway line. Goes back to Hansen, and again, oh, it's a lovely little kick toward the touchline. The ball bounces high, bounces straight where he was. And Mason just dives on the floor and lets Graham complete the tackle. Here's Williams. Graham makes the break, here's some soft chase defence. Williams will go on the outside, and Nofaluma he will, but Nofaluma does well to hold on to him, but he's still going, Williams. How's he going? Shocking defence, Alan Coleman again. Standing on the touchline, trying to whip this Widnes fans into life. Here's Owens, lovely ball to Roberts. Here's Taus, and Taus is going to go and score on the right hand side. And Widnes go 80 metres to score the second try of the game. The Halifax Chase just couldn't get back in time. Ball came from Rhys Williams. It's just typical hit up, but he just powered through some soft Halifax defence. Nofaluma did well to close the angle, but he still made yard after Nofaluma got to him. Mines are finally putting down, and the ball was shifted right, and Halifax just ran out of men. And AJ Taus had a rather simple running on the right hand side, coming back on the inside to make the conversion attempt slightly easier for Tom Gilmore. After slicing his first attempt, you would think he would land this one 10 metres further in from touch from his first attempt. As Gilmore steps up, straight through the middle this time. And after 32 minutes here at the DCBL Stadium, it's Widnes Vikings 10, Halifax 0.
Sponsored by the Hollins family, number 7, Tom Gilmore.
And what answer have Halifax got now as Hansen once more kicks towards the latest try scorer, Taus. That's back on the inside to McWhirter, who just about keeps hold of the ball. Good tackle coming in from Fairbank. Here's Bent. Can't spin the tackle this time. Brought down by McCarron and Tapia. The goal blind. Looks a bit forward there from Fozzard. Referee allows play on. Quick play the ball, and Fozzard jumps out from dummy half. Goes on the blind side. There is some joy on Halifax's right, but good tackle coming in from Job. Well, sorry for Tapia that was. Two very lanky looking guys in Halifax's team now. Last one for Widnes, and Gilmore just grubbers it straight into touch. They don't need to force anything now. They've got the 2-score advantage. They're just laying down the challenge of Halifax to make yards upfield and get themselves into an attacking opportunity. Here's Tibbs. Adam O'Brien fresh onto the field. Spider Widnes Vikings defender offside. Not square, but referee rules not. Gets play the ball. No markers there as Saltonstall will take advantage. Still in 10 metres or so, but Fozzard manages to push him back. Gets the offload away to McCarron. McCarron will charge past halfway. O'Brien comes blind. Bernal, great tackle there from Roger Lloyd. Or from Fozzard it was. And Bernal's come off second best there. Nice little soft ball from Fairbank, but well held as Tapea takes his tackle. Last one for Halifax, 30 metres out. Hampton again to Williams' wing. Williams collects. And Graham tackles him where he stands. 5 metres out from their own line. Can Halifax get through a defensive set of 6 deep in Widnes territory without conceding a penalty? Here's Owens. It's back on the inside. Well tackled there by Tangata, who'd been Halifax's standout player so far. Fozzard, and they had to dummy half move as McWhirter takes on Tapea. And sure, that's an incorrect play. The ball, the referee's missed that. As Widnes and Lou Sanders bent, spins again. Last one for Widnes on their own 40 metre line. Goes back to Owens, has all the time in the world to put his kick away. Looking for a 40-20 and gets it. Brilliant kick there from Jack Owens, and just dumb play from Halifax. Behind his 40, no pressure on him whatsoever, and Nofaluma at fullback was nowhere. Brilliant 40-20 there. And Widnes, with 10 metres from Halifax's line, have another golden opportunity to score. Fozzard directs operation from dummy half. Gilmore brings on Lawton, and Lawton, too big, too powerful. And you will not see an easier try this weekend. As Adam Lawton, as he's done so many times against it in the past, powers in on the angle.
Sponsored by the Widnes Boys Brigade, 31, Adam Lawton.
And maybe that is game over already. $14-0 with the kick to come. It all came from Halifax's inability to put pressure on the Widnes kicker behind his 40 metre line, and Nofaluma's fullback placement was just shocking. Oh, the ball to go past the 20 metre line. And Widnes just work the ball into position, and the huge imposing figure of Adam Lawton, you're not going to stop him from there. He just strolled over unopposed, plonking the ball by the sticks to make Tom Gilmore's conversion academical, really. And Gilmore does turn the 4 into 6 as Alan Coleman prowling his touchline, talking to his chief playmaker Jack Owens, telling him what he wants. But life's all rosy with Widnes at the moment. It's 16 points to 0, and Halifax just have no answer to it. Just needs some sort of change, because whatever they're doing, it just isn't working at the moment. Taus collects the kick-off, hands off to McWhirter. Decent collision there from Fairbank, helped out by Tangata. And Cowan there as Hall gets put down by Tapea and O'Brien. He's bent. Good tackle there. Coming in from Fairbank, stopping him spinning. Fozzard comes centre field to Hall. Short ball to McWhirter. Great tackle coming in from Tangata and McCarron. Here's Mason trying to spine opportunity. Centre field gets brought down on his own 40 metre line. Last tackle from the Widnes Vikings. What's the pressure going to be like on Gilmore? Slightly better from O'Brien, but The ball goes centre field as Nofaluma again. Uneasy with the bounce of the ball. With a decent return there for Nofaluma. That's much better running. Can he get a clean play the ball away? He can. Here's Stoltenstall. Runs towards centre field, gets put down by Hall and Bent. O'Brien. Shoots right and goes left with Bernal. Finds Johnson. Johnson makes the break. Johnson's away. 2-on-1 with a full back with Mason. And John's going to go all the way. Oh, what a try! Alfie Johnson! Brilliant, unexpected try. Completely against the run of play. And it's there at the moment Halifax get back into this game. Brilliant, brilliant play. O'Brien dummied right and went left. James Wood-Bernal putting through the gap. And Mason away in at fullback. And Johnson just went round him like he wasn't there. Fantastic play from the on loan Warrington man. Right underneath the post. So Jack Hansen will turn the 4 into 6. And Halifax right back in this game. One of the tries of the season there. And that is half time. There's no hooters. The referee's gone old school. And what a moment to score a try to bring Halifax right back into this game. 39 minutes this game. Widnes had the upper hand. Tries from Jack Owen, AJ Taus and Ryan Lawton. 2 conversions from Tom Gilmore. But right on the final, the half-time whistle, should we say, Alfie Johnson has pulled a rabbit out of the hat with a brilliant individual try underneath the post to bring Halifax right back into this game. Perfectly poised here at the DCBL Stadium. The half-time score is Widnes Vikings 16, Halifax 6. Good afternoon and welcome back to the DCBL Stadium for the second half of this all-important round 13 championship clash between the Widnes Vikings and the Halifax Panthers. And it looked like it was game over at half-time after Adam Lawton crashed his way over for the Vikings. 2 minutes from half-time, but then an unbelievable individual effort from Alfie Johnson, bringing Halifax right back into this game. 16 points to 6 it is at half-time. And I say it every week, but the first score in the second half is huge, absolutely massive. If Widnes get it, then it's game over. If Halifax get it, then it's game on. Let's hope it is game on. It's Halifax to kick off this time as Hansen goes to the left hand corner, collected by Taus, hands it on to Bent off the back fence. So good tackle again from Tangata and McCarron, the 2 Halifax players who have really put themselves about in defence so far this game. Fairbank with another tackle, Simon Hall. Short ball to McWhirter, again Fairbank and McCarron involved. O'Brien downstairs. Puts a Widnes man down just over the 30. Fuzzard goes left, Gilmore drops back at Lawton. This time Halifax defence get to Grizzly, but again Hail Mary offload and McWhirter's away. Another offload, but it goes forward into Graham's hands and Halifax counter attack. Now, is that a change of fortunes in the first half? That was sticking for Widnes. That's gone forward into Halifax hands and collected cleanly now. Halifax starting off inside Widnes' half for the first time in a while. Big chance now. Fairbank playing the ball on the Widnes 40. Here's at Hansen. Short ball to Payer. But to Payer stopped by the equally tall Adam Lawton. Here's Hansen. Runs across the line. Short ball to Wood-Bernal, but Wood-Bernal momentum lost. Bernal brought down 25 metres out for the Widnes line, centre field. Slow play the ball. O'Brien goes short and left to McCarron, who just drives it up straight and hard. Still tackles Halifax 15 metres out. O'Brien goes right to Hansen. Finds with Bernal. Out of the bar to Nofaluma. Long ball to Tibbs. Sets back on the inside, Ben Tibbs. Running across field. Looking for a bit of broken field, Ben Tibbs. Still going, Ben Tibbs. Eventually, the Vikings defence get to grips with him. Last one. Hansen. Switches the path of the attack. Goes left. Johnson collects and Johnson scores! And Anthony Johnson! Second try of the game. And Halifax do get the first goal at the second half. If the first score was about individual brilliance, that one was individual courage. Off the cuff kick across field. And Johnson rose highest. The locals aren't happy, the natives don't like it. They don't like it anyway. Halifax have got right back into this game, 16 points to 10 with a kick to come. And Alfie Johnson, 3 tries in 2 games. As Hansen has a tricky conversion attempt, 10 metres in from the far touchline, second it back about 18 metres. Strikes it well, and he silenced the Widnes fans on that far side. Referee can't be wrong about that conversion there. The Buck touchers put the flags up. As I said, right at the very start, the first try of the second half went to Halifax. It's game on, it definitely is game on. Widnes 16, Halifax 12. And Alfie Johnson, 2 tries in 3 minutes out of the tie of the break. Hansen collects the kick-off, hands on to Cowan, who runs it straight and hard off the back fence, does well. Ryder challenges him at work well. Here's to Payer. Put down by Lawton and Edge. Here's Graham. Good yards after contact by the centre. O'Brien wants to quick play the ball, clapping his hands. Here's Fairbank, takes the line, short ball to McCarron. McCarron rides the challenge of Lloyd and Fozzard well. Will play the ball just over his own 40. Slow play the ball yet again. O'Brien finds Fairbank, short ball to Cowan, but decent defence of Widnes. Referee rules it was offside. The first penalty of the second half going to Halifax. And Hansen will take the opportunity to take the ball at a touch and make a good 20 metres there. Graham taps and finds to Payer, and to Payer, not for the first time, taking on his equal stature Lawton. Plenty of height in that challenge. Hansen, short ball to Cowan, and Cowan takes 3 Vikings defenders to put him down. Less than 20 metres out for the Vikings line. O'Brien waits, schemes, shimmies right and goes left. Finds with Bernal, short ball to Tangata, the ex-Viking himself. But he gets pushed back by the Widnes defence. Rare you see that happen. Pushed back to 10 metres out. O'Brien finds Hansen onto Nofaluma. Nofaluma double pumps. Good running there for Nofaluma. Power his way towards the line. Eventually brought down 2 metres from the line. Loft the ball to Hansen. Finds Fairbank, throws it done with this time, Fairbank. Eventually put down, less than 5 out from the line. Last tackle here, centre field. Options left and right-ish. Slow play the ball. O'Brien goes right to Hansen. Hansen dinks it over, looking for the chase of Graham, and Graham collects, and Graham scores! And Charlie Graham! Brilliant try again from the Halifax kick. And Halifax equalised with a kick to come. And Jack Hansen went back to the try and test the routine of kicking towards the right hand corner. It was his set to the short, and Charlie Graham rose the highest and plonked the ball down for his third try of the season. And Jack Hansen has the opportunity to kick Halifax into the lead now. "10 metres in from touch, 22 metres out." Going through his routine. Hansen strikes it well. Oh, he's straight through the post. Brilliant kick. Super Jackie Hansen. And look what it means to him. Pumps the badge in front of the travelling Halifax fans. And from absolutely nowhere, 16-0 down in the space of 8 minutes either side of half time. Halifax have roared back to take the lead, 18 points to 16. And Alan Coleman, who was all animated the first half, is stunned. Kick off from Widnes. And he's coming off the back fence. Big strong running, brilliant collision. That's what I love to see. Brilliant tackle there from Hall on Cowan. But youngster, 20-year-old Cowan, and now the 19-year-old Tapia. No fear in those young bodies. O'Brien finds Woodburn Hall. Long ball out to Saltonstall, trying to get the outside of Owens, but Owens, great defence. Quick play the ball, O'Brien goes blind. Nice yards from Adam O'Brien there. Eventually stopped by Owens on his own 30. Here's Saltonstall. Again, great defence there from Jack Owens. Last tackle over Fax, another scrappy play of the ball. Here's Hansen, behind the 40. Great kick there, dissecting winger and fullback. What's the chase like? Brilliant chase there. It's a wall of blue and white in front of Rhys Williams, led by Jacob Fairbank. Finished off by McCarran and Tangata. Now can Halifax keep squeaky clean this time? All the momentum for the Panthers at the moment. Just got to keep on side now. That's amazing. Takes the ball up, but wrapped up by 3 fast defenders. Tangata, Cowan and Woodburn Hall. There's Benyon trying to twist in the tackle, but well dealt with by McCarran and O'Brien. Fozzard finds Hall, throw the dummy. Comes back on the inside. Well put down there by Fairback. Last one for Widnes on their own 40. Fozzard jumps up for dummy half, but no one wants to tackle him. Gets his kick away, but it's as good as a pass to Nofaluma. Had a chance to counter-attack, but brilliant tackle there by Fozzard. Brilliant kick and chase from the hooker. And again, scrappy play the ball, but the referee maybe he should learn to penalise the misdemeanour. As Lewis Hall shot out well, supported by Owens, who's doing everything for this Widnes side at the moment. Here's Saltonstall, trying to make yards out wide on his opposite wing. Here's lovely run there from Johnson, and Adam O'Brien wins the penalty. Brilliant hooker play there from Adam O'Brien. Alfie Johnson winning the quick play of the ball, and O'Brien jumping out, finding the markers not square. And Halifax with the penalty was to take some deep inside Widnes' half now. Tangata from the penalty. We'll play the ball just inside the Vikings 20. Here's Hansen. Finds Fairbank, throws a dummy, but great tackle down low there by Fozzard. Option left and right from O'Brien. She was left and goes right. Hansen takes to the line. Short ball to Tapia. Tapia through the gap, but Tapia knocks on. Big contact there from the Widnes defence, dislodging the ball. And the Vikings get out of jail on that one. Now can the Panthers keep Widnes deep in their own territory here? They have the scrum 10 metres out from their own line, centre field. They'll come blind. Williams tries to step back on the inside, but brilliant defence there coming in from Nofaluma and Charlie Graham. As Edge takes it up, but pushed back brilliantly there. Fairbank and Tapia. Fozzard jumping out from dummy half, trying to spark the attack into life, but Tapia gets to him brilliantly. Gilmore goes blind again. Mason steps back on the inside. Makes some decent yards for the Vikings. Gets them to within 5 or halfway. Fozzard swings it to Gilmore, runs across field, drops off for Hall. Great tackle coming yet again from McCarron, up top from O'Brien. Last one for the Vikings. On halfway, goes back to Owens, inside his own half, puts the ball high, not necessarily deep. Saltonstall comes forward to claim. That's a great take under pressure. Brilliant take there from Saltonstall. Here's Johnson. Being up there as Owen McCarron takes a well-earned rest. He's replaced by Brandon Douglas. O'Brien goes blind to Tangata. Good yards from the second row, up towards halfway. Quick play the ball to O'Brien. Goes back to the centre for Douglas. First runs is going onto the field and will make decent yards into the territory, but he knocks the ball on. It looked like Lewis Hall had the hand on the ball there, and I think the grin that is showing Brandon Douglas there, he knows he had a hand on the ball. But you win some, you lose some, that sport. And Widnes get a break this time. The Widnes fans shouting Malcolm Van Gerwen to him. Well, they were certainly at the double there for that tackle. Here's Mason straight from the scrum. Charlie Graham for the 101. Oh, in here. Good play there from Gravy. He did reef the ball, but let him have it back. Here's Benyon twisting the tackle. Takes 4 Halifax men to stop him, but push him back somewhat. Slow play the ball. Fozzard finds Gilmore. Goes out the back to Owens. Further on to Mason. Mason throws a dummy, but Woodburn Hall does well to stop him where he stands. Tangata again involved in the tackle. Here's Bent. Great shot there coming in. Madam O'Brien. After the initial contact from Fairbank. Widnes 30 metres out. Here's Hall. Out the back to Gilmore. Further on to Owens. Owens. Short ball to Edge. Widnes fans want a penalty. Are they going to get it? They are. Nowhere near. That was shoulder at best. But Widnes have another 6 tackles deep in Halifax territory. And Widnes a tap and go. Fozzard finds Gilmore. Short ball. As Benyon gets brought down, less than 10 out from the fax line. Fozzard waits. Goes blind. Looks at Lawton. That looks a bit forward pass, that did. Widnes fans complain about forward passes. That was a quarterback pass. Fozzard. Gilmore. Finds Ben. Big contact there from Cowan. Bounced off him though. But Woodburn Hall screaming for Halifax defence to come left. Gilmore. One ball out. The ball's going forward. And that's definitely a knock on. Great pressure from the Halifax defence. And he could say that's justice from the NFL quarterback pass there from Fozzard to Lawton.
Thank you very much for your time, ladies and gentlemen, for record, official crowd attendance today is 2,582. 2,582. Thank you.
After all, Halifax will have the scrum. 10 metres out from their own line. Which James Woodburn-Hall will feed. O'Brien gives it to Saltonstall from the scrum. Good yards after contact from Salty there. O'Brien wanting to quick play the ball, pointing who wants to run at. And Graham just goes centre field. Here's Douglas. Good yards there from Douglas. Can he keep hold of the ball this time though? He does. Quick play the ball. Adam O'Brien shimmies right and goes left. Here's Tangata. There's some Widnes fans who are calling forward every single ball here. Here's Woodburn-Hall. Slows it down and picks the pace up. Hands it to Cowan. Turns the tackle. Oh, nearly got that float away. Gets brought down. 50 metres inside the Widnes half. Last one. Hansen. Pulls it high. Forcing Mason to come take. Mason drops it cold. Sure, that's the first knock on from Jake Mason. Oh, then Halifax give away the penalty.
Where's he supposed to go, man? He can't go anywhere.
I don't know where he's got a penalty there from. He's saying he was caught in the air. Well, well, potato, potato. Different interpretations. But again, it gives Widnes golden chance to get out of their own danger area. As Bent, as he has done most of this game, spinning in a tackle. Brought down by Fairbank and Douglas. Cowan involved in a tackle there of Gavin Benyon. Brought down to shy of halfway, the ex-Halifax man. Here's All, throw the dummy. Good yards there for the ex-Swinton man. Douglas involved in the tackle alongside Cowan again. Fozzard jumps out for dummy half. Throw the dummy. Short ball. Graham does well to wrap up Werter. Here's Gilmore. Short ball to Hall. Out of the back to Owens. Short ball to Lloyd. Great tackle yet again from Tangata. Held out by Woodburn-Hall and Fairbank. Last one for Widnes. 20 metres to the Halifax line. Owens. Double dummies. Grubbers it through and Nofaluma gets there and can Nofaluma make the break up field. He's still going Nofaluma. He's still not held. He wasn't held. But he's still a great return there from the fullback. Here's Saltonstall pointing to the referee. Vikings defender who's offside. Makes a good 10 metres there. Here's Johnson running in like a prop. Brilliant play as Cowan makes way for Inman. O'Brien. O'Brien goes blind and the customary Widnes forward call comes from the terraces, none given by the referee. Here's Woodburn-Hall. Powers to the tackle. Last one. 15 metres inside the Widnes half. Goes back to Hansen. Hansen. Dummies the first chase. He's going to get caught with the ball. He had little support there, did Jack Hansen. And Widnes come with a great defensive win there. And they'll start the set on their own 40 metre line. As Douglas shoots out the line, nearly misses Williams and gets to grips with him now. Douglas knows how important he is to Widnes' attacking capabilities as Edge comes through. And the referee finally listens to the Widnes fans and gives a penalty.
18, Nick Gregson, sponsored by DMR Motors, replaces number 20, Lewis Hall, sponsored by DCBL.
As Gilmore will just kick the ball to touch, only makes 10 metres or so from the penalty. The Widnes have 6 more tackles inside Halifax's half. Gilmore finds Owens. Short ball to Benyon, and Benyon will trundle it towards Halifax's 20, put down by Tangata and Douglas. Fozzard finds Gilmore. Halifax Owens applies the brakes and tries to go back to the inside. Woodburn wraps him up well. Here's Gilmore. Short ball. And Dan Murray. Oh, sorry, it was Benyon, my mistake. We get traps possession there. Gregson finds Gilmore. Out the batter, Mason. Mason takes to the line edge. Brilliant tackle there from Ben Tibbs. Came off his wing and had to make that tackle and did. Mason. Short ball to Fozzard. He'll just charge it up. Halifax just hold him up over the line. Brilliant defence there from Fax. Last one for Widnes. Big defensive moment here for Fax as Gilmore. Crossfield kick. Lloyd claims Owens. Goes wide to Towles. And Towles going to get in the corner. He has. And Widnes retain the lead. AJ Towles scoring his second try of the game. Widnes.
Sponsored by State of Mind, number 27, AJ Towles.
Right, okay. The native was trying to teach me a lesson here, but like I've never watched a rugby league game before. It's all sunny when it's going for you. That was a great try. Lovely crossfield kick from Gilmore. Claimed by Roger Lloyd. Could have said Halifax could have put more pressure on him. Went back to Owens and lovely lofted pass to Towles, who finished well in the corner. So Widnes reclaimed the lead, 20 points to 18. And Gilmore has the trickiest of all conversion opportunities. On that far right hand side. Strikes it well, does Gilmore, has he killed it round. Oh, what a kick that is. Brilliant kick from Tom Gilmore on that far touchline. Nudging Widnes ever further, slightly in front. Only 4 points difference now. 22 points to 18. Massive quarter of an hour left in this game. Hansen kicks it left again. Here's Bent off the back fence. The tackle by Douglas as Fozzard finds Benyon. Tries to go in between two defenders, but the door closes as Inman O'Brien and Tapia put him down. Fozzard comes back on the inside. Gregson finds Tangata and Fairbank waiting for him. O'Brien down low. Fozzard continues to go right. Owens brings on Taus, does well. Does Tangata in making the tackle up top. Fozzard jumping up and dummy ass by the markers being lazy. And Fozzard still going. Could have got the offload away, but deciding to keep hold. 5 yards shy of halfway. Last one for Widnes as Owens pulls it deep. And is that going to go out on the full? No, it isn't. Sutton Saul leaves it to bounce. And a lucky bounce in favour of Halifax there. Nofaluma collects. Makes some decent yards. And here's Sutton Saul now. Doing what he's more comfortable in doing. Trundling the ball upfield. O'Brien goes wide to Hansen. Finds Tibbs. Tibbs trying to go back on the outside. Put down by Edge. Graham finds Hansen, drops off for Douglas, and Douglas, big collision midfield. But Douglas rides it well, gets a quick play of the ball to O'Brien. Goes short to Inman. Finds Fairbank. And Fairbank makes his way into Vikings territory. Last one for Halifax. O'Brien goes back to Woodburn Hall. Woodburn Hall puts it high. Looking for Johnson. Solid start taking it. And Johnson. Oh, surely it's a first knock on. Surely. Nah. And Johnson kneeling for an hat-trick. Got the offload away, but Halifax have a great opportunity now. With the scrum 10 metres out, centre field. Such a delicately poised game. 22 points to 18 in favour of the Vikings at the moment. Halifax have stacked it left from the scrum, but they've gone right. Nofaluma takes it to the line. Gets out the challenge of McWhirter. Still going Nofaluma. Running towards the line. Just stopped short. O'Brien waits. Finds Douglas, and Douglas, can he power his way over the line? Just short. Desperate Widnes defence there. O'Brien finds it to Hansen. Hansen comes back the other side. Finds Nofaluma, throws dummy again. And Nofaluma still going. Brought down less than 5 metres out from the line. Graham at dummy half. Finds Hansen. Onto Inman. Inman goes at the line. Gets brought down, centre field. On the forward tackle for Fax. O'Brien dummy half, goes left. Finds Woodburn Hall. Lovely double pull, goes himself to Woodburn Hall, but great with this defence there. Last tackle. O'Brien finds it to Hansen. Hansen kick towards the corner, looking for Graham again. Graham knocks it forward. It's going to go dead. Oh, the referee's giving a dropout. Well, I thought that Graham got his answer to that and knocked it on, but Halifax with a lucky break there. 7 tackle set from the dropout. First goal on dropout of the afternoon. Collected by Hansen on the phone. Here's Douglas with head of steam. Career run there. Good defence as well. And Halifax on the 30 metre line, looking to attack. Here's Fairbank. Looking for the offload, but the Vikings defence wrap him up. O'Brien going blind from the dummy half. Ooh, what a nice tackle. Referee rules shoulder. Here's Tangata going blind from dummy half. Adam Tangata, can he get a try? His former club just brought short. Here's Hansen. Finds Inman, takes it to the line, finds Douglas on the charge. Brandon Douglas, and Brandon Douglas is in! Brandon Douglas goes over and shushes this Widnes crowd.
Mike, will you behave yourself, please?
They can't give it, can't take it. And Brandon Douglas, with around about 12 minutes to go, charges over for his 3rd try of the season. Lovely short ball from Inman. And just to the side of the post, Brandon Douglas powered through the defence and reached over and plonked the ball down. And this game goes back and forth once again. As Will Calcott comes onto the field to replace Checker Fairbank as Jack Hansen goes through his routine just to the side of the posts and straight through the middle. Hansen's 4 from 4, but more importantly than that, Halifax retake the lead. Widnes 22, Halifax 24. Around about 10 minutes to go. Massive moments here.
For Panthers, number 7, John Hansen.
Widnes to kick off again. Through Gilmore. And again, going a bit to the left. As Nofaluma just about gathers a bouncing ball, hands off to Calcott off the back fence, and Calcott does well.
Still Murray, sponsored by KJ Plumbing and Heating, and number 9, Jordan Johnson, sponsored by DMR Motors.
Here's Saltonstall.
Number 21.
Good yards there from Salty, we'll take facts.
Travel,
Just about out of their own 20.
and number 15,
O'Brien goes blind, Woodburn all, look at broken field, finds Tangata, Tangata's away. Tangata with the midfield break. Brilliant run there from Tangata, takes Halifax into Vikings territory.
number 13,
Here's Woodburn all, finds Inman, short ball to Calcott, and Calcott will just take his tackle, centre field. Options left and right here for O'Brien, goes right to Douglas, close to the ruck. And Douglas will just relatively few yards. Last one for Halifax, Hansen, again, putting it high toward the corner, Tibbs chasing. Has to make a tackle but doesn't, but manages to cut the angle off for Williams, and reinforcements arrive in the shape of Charlie Graham. And Halifax with a great return set there as Mason trying to make yards out from deep in territory, but Tapea does well, wrap him up top. Here's Johnston, finds Taus, and Taus takes on Woodburn Hall. Woodburn Hall does well, good tackle there from this full-back come standoff. Here's Johnston for Widnes. Gilmore finds Mason. I've got a 3-on-2 of Widnes, so they can use it. Great tackle there from Graham, and Mason really should have got the ball out. Here's Johnston. Widnes playing with the tails up here. Murray. Oh, and Halifax give away the penalty. And straight away, the message comes from the sidelines to go for 2 to tie up this game. 20 metres in front of the post. And I think the referee ruled a shoulder charge. And as soon as the referee blew the whistle and signified a penalty, the whole ground, Alan Coleman, even the tea ladies in the cafeteria were signalling for 2. There's Tom Gilmore on the 20 metres right in front of the post. Converts the penalty. And we're all tied up, 24 points apiece.
Successful penalty for the Widnes Vikings to sponsored by the Norton's family, number 7, Sam Gilmore.
We're around about, I'd say about 7 or 8 minutes to go here. The scoreboard says 72-49, but that clock doesn't stop. As Halifax get the game back underway, changing the kicking orientation to go right this time. Ooh. And a loose pass from the kickoff from Gregson. Here's Murray. Good yards from Murray, despite the attention of Calcott. Job and Inman as that Widnes attacking this blind side again. Mason, great tackle down low from Hansen. Finished off up top by Graham. Here's Johnston. Playing half and come back on. As Widnes have gone a bit too far deep here as Owens has got nowhere to go. Brilliant defence there from O'Brien. The Widnes have lost away a little bit there. Here's Johnston. Short ball. Great tackle there from Calcott. Up top, down low from Inman. Last one for Widnes. He goes back to Owens. Deep inside his own half. That's a huge bomb. That's travelling everywhere. And Nofaluma takes. Brilliant take for Nofaluma. Hardest kick all game. And he's taking it easily when he's spilt the most simple one. Here's Saltonstall. Still making yards towards halfway, Saltonstall. Inman, short ball to Tibbs. Tibbs, oh! broke the tackle, but he just lost his foot at the crucial moment. Tibbs, quick play the ball though. Inman goes on to Calcott. Calcott drives it deep inside Widnes' 30. Options left and right here for Inman. He goes right, and Hansen going for the one-pointer. Jack Hansen. He's pulled it left though, and even more important than that, it's gone dead. But the referee, he stopped the clock. Oh, I thought if Adam Tangata was shouting to the referee, they were taken out after the ball was kicked, but score remains 24 all, but Widnes past Crooks have a 7 tackle set for this 20-metre tap. That's the risk you run these days from going for the drop goal. You've got to nail it. And here's Taus. Brilliantly defended there from Halifax, pushing him back. Graham, Hansen, and Tapea. And Tapea involved again, alongside Inman on Dan Murray. Here's Johnston. The hooker come half back. Stopped this time by Tapea. And Douglas this time helping out. Fozzard at dummy half. Here's Gilmore. Short ball to Lloyd. He'll take Widnes inside Halifax's half. Good defence coming in for Woodburn Hall and Tangata. Here's Gregson. Good footwork at the line, but Douglas alive to it. Helped out by Tangata. Widnes 40 metres out from the Halifax line. Fozzard goes right to Murray, and Murray was trundling up towards the 40. The 30, sorry. Last tackle for Widnes. Will they go for the one-pointer? He goes back to Gilmore. Goes further back to Owens, and Owens is going to counter-attack. Gets the ball out to Roberts. Steps back on the inside, Roberts. Still going, Roberts. Back on the inside. Oh, the ball's knocked on. Oh, what a try that would have been. Brilliant hands there from Widnes. Just came. Lost at the end. And Alan Coleman doing his conductor routine again. And this Widnes defence very quick off the line, and looks to be high there from Dan Murray on James Saltonstall. And again, there's some Olympic sprinters on this Widnes side of Tibbs, trying to make the break out wide. He slams the brakes on and stays in the field of play. Here's Graham. Again, some very, very quick Widnes defence up here. And Graham's still going. Well, if you don't stop him, he can carry on moving. Hansen finds Woodburn Hall. Out to Nafaluma. Finds Johnson. Johnson with a break on the outside. Halifax calling for an high tackle, not coming. Johnson makes the break up to the Widnes 40. Here's Nafaluma. In midfield, good tackle there from Fozzard. Last tackle here for Fax. Schuler too far out for a drop goal. Woodburn Hall dummies and makes the break inside. Here's Tom Inman. Gets it back to Calcott. Bats it back. Woodburn Hall. He goes backwards and Widnes collects. He goes on to Gilmore. Amazing rugby league here. Both sides trying everything for the win. Here's Benyon, great tackle there from Douglas. Finished off by Calcott. Here's Johnston, finds Murray. And Murray just trundles it up, stopped by Inman and Woodburn Hall. Fozzard finds Johnston, steps out the challenger Douglas. Gets the ball away to Murray. Murray stops these tracks by Tangata and O'Brien. Fozzard, short ball to Johnston. Great shot there from Douglas, pushes him back. 5 metres or so, last one. Will they go for the one? Gilmore's there. Gilmore strikes, it comes off Calcott. And it's back to one. And that's a high tackle coming in from Tangata. And the referee, Alan Coleman, signalling for 2. Well, that's a long way out.
Let's go back. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon's Widnes Vikings man of the match, as selected by Peter Davis.
Well, the clock in this ground is going to 0 now. Don't know how long's left in this game. I'm shocked if you can hear me. This atmosphere is electric. Adam Tangatar giving away a penalty for an high tackle. 45 metres out from the Halifax line. And Widnes are going for 2. And it's Jack Owens who has got a boot on him. I knew it were too far out for Tom Gilmore, but Jack Owens has got a mighty boot on him. And it looks like that if he lands this shot, then that's the game. Let's say 45 metres out, about 15 metres away from the post, about 12 metres in from touch. It'll be a kick that deserves to win any game if he lands it. And could the game rest on this? As Owens going through rather elaborate routine. Here he comes. Oh, absolutely shocking kick. And Toadstool's knocked it on in goal area. What is he doing? Why couldn't he just let it go? Or is the game over? Right. Fair enough. Well, what a game we've seen here at the DCBL Stadium. An amazing game. Halifax haven't got the win, but they've fought back for the draw. 16-0 down after 38 minutes. They roared back to take the lead. 18 points to 16. Then Widnes scored a couple of tries. Got a try and a goal and a penalty to come back into the lead. And then Brandon Douglas's try took the lead for Halifax before Tom Gilmore equalised the game to make the final score here. 24 points all. What a brilliant game with that. The final score here at the DCBL Stadium is Widnes 24, Halifax Panthers 24. Thanks everyone else for listening.